Hey guys, season just ended. I hope you had a really good rank. Last week we put out a tier mid where we ranked the 4-star familiars based on various things, either usability, how much they would cost getting, and all that stuff. Also considering the meta. If you haven't seen that yet, please check it out. If you have, thank you very much for your support, and I hope you enjoyed and learned from that. Now we are gonna talk about what to look forward to, or how we can really manage our way, especially if you are a low budget or free-to-play players here in the new season. But before that, let me address something that people were asking, like in the last week. They were saying Shrimpaler was nerfed. So I did some tests, and I can tell you that he was not nerfed. So people were saying, I used to win this way, this much. Now I did not. So it's just sometimes people, remember who you are. And then so if they lose against you, they won't attack you again. So please don't look at, you should still look at how your familiars make you win or lose a game. But there's a lot more to that. You have to look at the context. Sometimes you have to look at the stats, right? Especially when you're talking about nerfs and all that. So, and just to show you that I'm not shitting you, here's my test. So I actually did this one last week because, that's when people were asking the question. It's just that we were doing the pyramid, so I did not show this right away. But, alright, so D-Docs, this was 3 days ago on Thursday last week. So we're looking at Shrimpaler's heal, basically, right? 847. So every time Shrimpaler attacks, Bird will be healed 847. And also that day, Thursday, which was, allegedly the debuff was already in place, I was attacked, and then I checked the video, and this is what happened. Right, so that's what, it's a loss, but it's only for test. Right, so still 847. That is the amount of healing Shrimpaler is doing to Bird. Doesn't matter who the opponent is. We're just looking at the heal, and the heal is going against or going to a familiar that is a teammate. So the test is intact no matter what team we're going up against. Right, so 847. It's gonna be the same all throughout. 847. So the point is, Shrimpaler was not debuffed. We are debunking that theory. Now let's get to the point of this video, looking at the new season, how we can manage or navigate through all these changes. Looking at how the possibly new content or new familiars that is coming will affect our rank in the familiar arena. Let's start with the elephant in the room. BTS, Boar, Toko, Shrimpaler. So that meta has been doing really well for the past few weeks, but I'll tell you honestly, this week, so this is the account that has the BTS. So this is what I am rocking currently. Right, so it is a BTS team. So in the past 3 weeks since I bought this account, I was consistently getting to top 100 without attacking. Or I was attacking, but my attacks is actually detrimental to my rank, because honestly I always lose, right? So this team, it is okay, but for top 100, this is not gonna cut it, right? So Ebon is only at a weekend 2. The only good one here is Toko. Suryu is like at A6, not really good at top 100 currently. Ouroboros could be good, but as we all know, there's a lot of fire familiars, especially the Sorboar team. So yeah, so it can't attack anybody. So it can attack, but it will definitely lose. So yeah, it is actually a bad idea to attack in this team. I am currently building Dinosaurus in order to combat the Sorboar team. But we're getting off track. So the BTS team, towards the end of the season, it looked like it's not gonna be feasible anymore because I did not reach top 100. But looking at where we are right now, so we are at rank 99. I haven't attacked yet. So I attacked, I think, 2 times. But if both, let's see. Let's just look at it. So attack. When was the last time I attacked? So attack 19 hours ago. Both a win. But yeah. So after that, def win, def win, def loss, def win. So they're doing all the work for me actually, right? But that means BTS is still kind of feasible. But what I would say is kind of like my point earlier. People are just more cautious nowadays. They will remember who they lose against. So if you are rocking a Sorboar team on defense, if they attack you and they lose, they will, like what I'm doing. I write it down, or I remember who you are, so that next time I will not attack you. Or if your lineup that you are showing is the same as before, I can either counter that or choose not to attack you. People know you. You have to do more baiting, I guess. So the reason why I'm using Crab or Lantern, it's to bait people, right? So these def wins that I have, I probably would not expect them in the future. So maybe this week I can still, because some people still don't know me, right? But towards the end of the season, it's possible that I am not gonna reach top 100, right? Because by then, only the def losses will, they will attack me again because they won against me. But all those other teams that attacked me that did not win, they will probably avoid me, or if they don't, if they're smart, they will have a counter to my team since they already know who I am. To sum it up, people who are rocking BTS teams on defense, that would still be feasible this week and next week, but towards the end of the season, especially if you don't have an attack team that is decent enough to win you battles in the top 100, then it's very likely you're not going to reach top 100. Next point, and I think this is kind of underrated, you should try to shuffle around your team, especially on defense, because this is also an experience that I'm having in my server. A lot of the top kingdoms, they are asking each other about the familiars that you have. Like for example, I am showing in their opponent's list, and then they will ask a kingdom mate, hey, what is the formation of this guy? Have you attacked him? So if they have, they will tell them the formation. If they know the positioning, they can have a counter, right? So in this regard, you can either switch a little bit your hidden familiars, or switch your team out completely. But sometimes this does not work, of course, especially on some teams. Like for example, a BTS team, you can't really put Toko in front of Sorbor. But not considering BTS teams, this is something that you could do. In the our side account, I am hiding the familiars, like the two familiars in front, and one is melee type, one is range type. So sometimes I will switch them up, so that there's a 50% chance at least that the counter that they're thinking will not work because I switched up their placing, right? So in order to reduce those def losses that you're getting, especially now in the new season, people are getting smarter. But that's assuming they are. I mean, if your server has a lot of stupid people, and then this doesn't apply. And now finally, we're going to look at how the new content, new familiars, or essentially how the whales will affect us, right? So I think by now people know that the Temple Team Arena is fucked up because this is a specific content that is affecting a different type of content. And I think a lot of us share the same sentiment, at least those who are low budget and free-to-play players. This is a 6-star toy that you will get every end of the season. Thankfully, the season is at least a month, which will directly affect the standings. So if you don't have a character that is strong enough to, rank high here, then that is kind of a disadvantage, right? AKA the low budget and free-to-play players. Some said, or some were hoping, that this rewards is only for the first season, kind of like a teaser. As it turns out, it's it's here to stay. This is the reward in the second season, and I'm guessing it's gonna be the same moving forward. So yeah, I think I'll tell you this: after 2 more seasons of Temple Team Arena, it's possible that my teams will no longer rank in the top 100. It is really hard to get a 6-star, right? And with them getting a 6-star toy, not easy because of course they spend the money here, right? But in a way, I can tell you that Familiar Arena, because of Temple Team Arena, it's starting to look like a pay-to-win type of content. Doesn't matter how much I help you, the placing, the synergy, and all that. If the other team is just way better compared to you statistically, then you're just gonna be overwhelmed, right? So, yeah, I guess my time as a YouTuber is numbered. Because the stuff that I'm giving to you, like the value that I'm giving you, will no longer be of value. So there's that. And then lastly, and this is more like a speculation, and we'll talk more about this one if it did come to pass. But so the current event banner is Arachnis, and so this is kind of a clue, or my speculation is that the next one will be Relics, because so the first time that we saw Arachnis in a banner, it was together with a bunny bot, and so right now it is Arachnis, and a lot of the events currently is geared towards dark types. So like this one, dark. And then we'll also get this, the 4-star normal darkness familiar selection capsule. The choices are this one. So Ebon, yeah, so I guess the best choice here is Ebon. But the point is, there's just a lot of darkness that is being hyped on currently. And if you don't know yet, Relix's skill basically does damage, silences opponents, and whoever is get hit with that will take extra damage against darkness familiars. And so this is the reason why I think Relix is next. Netmarble is giving us the chance to, you know, do a good combo in the future, like in 7 days, because that's when the Arachnis banner ends. But yeah, for sure, Relics coming out will change the meta. We'll talk more of that when it happens. This is just an overview, but yeah, definitely when Relics comes out, and I am assuming it's gonna be this season, it will change the meta and thus affect the season that we are in right now. All right. Thank you guys for watching. That's all I have for you for now. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you learned from it, and I hope this helps you like move higher or maintain whatever position you are in the last season. All right. Thank you. I'll see you on the next one.